Let me start off by saying, don't take what I'm saying as an attack. Don't take what I'm saying as I don't recognize what may have happened to you or even happened to the people or is happening. You know, I have been through many things that I speak about and some things I'm not comfortable speaking about. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of things that could keep me in a victim mentality, whether it be physical abuse, sexual abuse, all different types of trauma, seeing your friends die, regular everyday hood stuff that people talk about, family trauma, all different types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So don't take what I'm saying as some sort of attack. Like, this comes from a place of understanding, and this comes from a place of wanting the best for you. You know what I'm saying? Because the victim mentality doesn't serve you in a positive way, and everything in your life needs to serve you in a positive manner. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at yourself like royalty. So everything in your life should serve you in a positive manner. You got everything in your life you're supposed to have a positive energy exchange with. Meaning what you put your energy into, you're supposed to get a reciprocated positive energy right back. You know what I'm saying? So let me just start off right there with that little 1 minute disclaimer. The victim mentality protects you, but it keeps you stagnant. So the number one reason why it's so easy to stay in the victim mentality, aside from the fact that it's promoted to us like every 30 seconds, and even more now than it has ever been in any time. So the number one reason is it's a shield. You know what I'm saying? You can hide behind whatever mental issues you have. You could be like, oh, I can't do this and that because I have anxiety. Oh, I can't do this and that because, I don't read the best. Oh, I can't do this and that because I get nervous when I'm doing blah, 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 blah. And it becomes a crutch. It becomes a shield. It becomes something you hide behind. It becomes something you start telling yourself. You start making up excuses that may not even really be there. You know what I'm saying? And you start living your life that way. And no one can really say anything to you because everything you're saying technically is valid. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, shit, you're right. Maybe you can't start your YouTube channel and be the star that you're supposed to be because you got anxiety. So I understand. I can't push you. You know what I'm saying? So that stuff starts to become a shield. And those stuff, even though they're very serious, what I just named, those can even be surface level compared to some of the things that we've all been through. You know what I'm saying? Some of the more physical abuses, some of the more sexual abuses, stuff like that. And all of these things compile with the anxiety, with the, problems with our body image and all of that and the other things that we tell ourselves. All these things compiles into one big shield that we hide behind. You know what I'm saying? That you don't want to take a step forward from. You want this, it's a protection, but it doesn't serve you in a positive manner. Yes, you're protected. Nobody can't say anything to you. Nobody can't attack you anymore and stuff like that. So you feel comfortable, you feel safe, but you have to get out your comfort zone. You have to move past these things. You have to get to a place of wanting to heal from it. So this thing no longer affects you in that way. You want to transmute the energy. So now whatever happens serves you in a positive manner. You know what I'm saying? Don't think about that last part, what I was saying, too black and white. The reason why people don't want to step out of a victim mentality. So let's say you start looking at yourself like royalty. You know what I'm saying? It's the opposite. Yeah, you get a lot of inheritance. Yeah, you get a lot of love, but you also have to be prepared with what comes with that. A lot of people going to be hating on the king. A lot of people going to be hating on the princess when they in town. You know what I'm saying? They're going to see the light. They're going to see the glow, and they're going to have words. You know what I'm saying? And let's say, for example, you're used to being verbally attacked. You may not be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? So you might want to hide behind the shield of anxiety or something in order to protect yourself from those words, from those comments, from people judging. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're tired of that happening because it's happened to you so much. It's like, instead of putting myself out there, instead of doing what, my insides are calling out to me and pushing myself forward and telling me to do, I'm just going to hide in the background behind my ailments. I'm going to hide behind what's happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So nobody can't attack me anymore because the things that I'm hiding behind, again, are very valid, and they're valid excuses to just stay and kind of protect yourself in the corner. Don't get me wrong. That's why it's such a good shield, but it doesn't serve you in a positive manner. So the royalty mentality makes you a target. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna want a piece of you, whether it be in a good way or bad way, and you may not be ready for that type of energy. So that's why it's so easy to just, sit in the shadows. You have to be careful with how they market celebrities and how they play on your trauma. Using Coil Ray and Lizzo, right? Coil Ray is like the Coil Ray and maybe like that Glorilla girl and other girls like her, now they're like the poster childs, you know, for being too skinny. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like Lizzo is the poster child for being too big. You know what I'm saying? It's other people's words, not our words. You know what I'm saying? Who said that she was too big? She's too big for media standards. Who says she's too small? She's too small in the media. She's too small in the culture. Whose culture? What culture? You know what I'm saying? These words that we just make up. She can't be that small. Because just 20 years ago, Lisa Left Eye, Aaliyah, all these other people who have the same exact body shape as her were these gorgeous women. You know what I'm saying? The media will have it in your mind that Lizzo is like the first big woman of her kind. You know what I'm saying? Like, we as a people have never found women of both of those sizes of attractive. Like, we as like there wasn't so many plus size big singers, whether it be gospel, soul, R&B, whatever. Like, they didn't already exist and people didn't find them attractive. And still using the 20 years thing, Jill Scott was right there 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Many people find her attractive. No one talks crazy about her, none of that. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be careful with this because they'll play these mind games on you. And what's happening is you see yourself as Lizzo. Even when you're not that size anymore, you see yourself as Coil Ray. And you see yourself getting attacked the same way you used to get attacked. And you start to identify with it. And you start feeling attacked again. Like, you start hearing your uncle telling you, you big as hell. when you see somebody talking about Lizzo's weight. You start thinking of people calling you skinny or scrawny, you need to eat more, stuff like that, when they start talking about Coil Ray. And you start identifying it, and you start feeling attacked, and you start getting worked up, you know what I'm saying? And that just puts you right back in that victim mentality. How you see yourself is how your life is going to be dictated. So if you see yourself as a victim, that's how your life is going to reflect. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying you have to move past it. You have to deal with it. You don't just forget about it. You deal with what's going on. You deal with what triggers you. You take the steps to heal from it. And then from there, you move forward. Then you want to move forward into, I'm a prince. I'm a princess. If you have a partner, then you guys are king and queens. That's how you want to look at yourself. That's how you want to treat yourself. That's how you want to approach life. And that's how life will be approached to you. You know what I'm saying? Life will take that same approach right back. Because what you're putting out, you're going to get back in. What you're putting in, you're going to get back out. And that's just how it works. So this is definitely a part one, because I definitely want to, and I don't think the video is over right now, but I definitely want to go more in on this topic, and I want to explain more. This might be a couple parts because this is very important. You know what I'm saying? We are constantly fed content that is telling us to be victims, putting us back in the victim mentality. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to have a prosperous life, if you're cool with the way that your life is right now, that's fine. This video isn't for you. If you want to have a prosperous life, if you want to make moves, if you want to start doing the things and having the confidence to do what's calling out to you on the inside, or have more confidence in what you're already trying to do, or have more faith in yourself, or look in the mirror and be more satisfied with what you look like, if you're trying to get to those type of places in your mind, then this video is for you. And the only way you could do that is to start to take steps to get out of the victim mentality. You know what I'm saying? Start seeing yourself as royalty. I don't care what happened to you. I care what happened to you. But I'm saying, I don't care what happened. As in, I want you to heal from it so you can move past it. No, it won't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of things I still get worked up on. It's a daily battle. It's a daily fight. It's a daily thing. You know what I'm saying? But last week, I'm not the same person I was. A month ago, I'm not the same person I was. When I first started making these videos, I'm not the same person I was. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the goal is. Just transformation. You know, when I first started this channel, I was bald. I had just cut my hair. You know, when I first started making videos, I had braids. So it was just like in between that time starting on Instagram and then coming on here, I was a whole different person. And then in between that time and now, I'm a whole different person. My mindset has changed. I've gained way more wisdom. I've been through way more things and stuff like that. Just in that short period of time. You know what I'm saying? The time I'm like, you know, a year from now, a month from now, even tomorrow, I want to be a whole new person. I will continue to elevate and let my life be a reflection of that elevation. And if you're trying to do the same thing, you have to take steps to get away from this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking at content that was just telling you that you was a slave every 5 seconds. Stop looking at content that just wants you to be mad at the man and what they're doing and what they're about to be doing and all of that. Get yourself out of the victim mentality and come into the prosperous mentality. Start seeing yourself as royalty everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? And life is going to reflect that. And this is just part one. I definitely want to do more parts of this. You know what I'm saying? This is very important. And please don't take what I'm saying as any type of attack or as any type of insensitivity. Like I said, I have been through probably all the things that you could check the boxes off. You know what I'm saying? I used to fight with the roaches. I used to race the roaches in the house for my juice. You know, you be drinking the juice, but if you ain't drinking it fast enough, the roaches gonna get in there. Or you getting in the cereal box, so you gotta inspect it to make sure ain't no roaches and stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? That's where we come from. You sleeping and you just hearing the rats and stuff run through the vents and all of that. You know, that's how I was growing up. And that's just on a surface level, not even getting into much detail to the physical and all the other stuff that happened. You know what I'm saying? And for a long time, I let this stuff plague my mind. It was how I view myself. And I looked at myself in a lower light because of where I come from, what's happened to me, all this type of stuff. When things happen to you repeatedly and no one comes to your aid, you know, you start to care about yourself less. You know, you're already programmed not to care about yourself. You're already programmed to see yourself at the bottom. When your experiences in life are negative, you start to value yourself even less. Because you start to say like, damn, niggas smacked the shit out of me and nobody did nothing about it. I guess I must not be that valuable, because if I was, then somebody would have did something when this nigga just smacked the shit out of me. So you start saying, well, to yourself, well, I guess I'm not that valuable. Your life starts being a reflection of that. And then that's how you'll be in a relationship later on, kind of going through those same experiences you was going through in childhood or that you witnessed, because you feel like that's all you're worthy of. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to tell you, you are worthy of way more than how you see yourself. You are way more than how you look at yourself. You are worthy of way more. You know what I'm saying? And there's so much good and prosperity that wants to get to you. It's just waiting for you to align with it. It won't just magically fall out the sky. You just have to raise your vibration to that level to align with it. And it all starts with getting out of this victim mentality. We're not victims. You know what I'm saying? We might have been through stuff, but we don't have to live in that victim role. This life thing is a movie. So which role do you want to play? Do you want to play and be one of the prosperous people? Do you want to be one of the people happy, smiling, and laughing? Do you want to be one of the people who's having good experiences? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're younger, but it don't matter, because age and time and all that stuff ain't real. No matter what age you are, you can still look at it like, I got my whole life ahead of me. You know what I'm saying? I can still transform into a whole new person and go live a whole new life. You know what I'm saying? And it just starts with a shift in mentality, and it starts with making up your mind and not looking back, you know. And if this video resonates with you, I know that this is the first step for you to take your mind to getting out the victim mentality. But this is just part one. Part two on the way.